From Learfield IMG College.
Here we go.
Welcome to Rick Insell Live. Presented by Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Our coverage is also brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas, official hospital partner of MTSU. And by Lewis Bakeries, bakers of Bunny, Sunbeam, and Healthy Life Breads. Be part of the show by emailing your questions to radio@goblueraiders.com. Now, here is your host, the voice of the Lady Raiders, Dick Palmer.
Thank you and a pleasant good afternoon here on this Monday, and welcome into installment number 2, Rick Insell Live for our current basketball season. Rick Insell Live brought to you by the Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. And as you just heard, if you have questions for the coach, you can send those in to us. Go to radio@goblueraiders.com, radio@goblueraiders.com. We're also on Facebook Live, as well as our Blue Raider Network stations and other social media platforms. TuneIn Radio, Blue Raider Network. We got them all covered, Coach, and welcome in.
Can you hear me?
Got you.
I can't hear myself.
Dick?
Another great day to be on campus.
Dick, did I lose you?
So, Middle Tennessee kind of get into the swing of conference play over the last couple of weekends, and we will go over what has happened in those weekends. First, we want to bring you our headlines, which Tony Stennett is so kind to work up for us every week. And they're brought to you by the Murfreesboro Post, covering daily news from Murfreesboro. Pick one up around town every Monday or log on to murfreesboro.com. You can do that anytime. Well, the Lady Raiders are going to be beginning their longest road swing of the season this week. 2 games at Western Kentucky this weekend. 5 of the next 6 games will be on the road. Last Friday was Coach Insell's 500th game as head coach of the Lady Raiders. And congratulations, of course, for outstanding success and longevity. And that 500th game went into the win column as most of the previous 499 had. And Middle Tennessee's win against Southern Miss last Friday was also the 500th win in program history, conference win in program history. So I guess if you had 500 in the lottery, you had a pretty good number, huh?
Hey, Dick, I don't think we have Coach's mic turned up.
So we will talk a little bit more about the longevity thing.
Testing now.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we're going. But
break your train of thought again, didn't I, Dick? You're going to have to gather it back now, you know.
I'm glad we have somebody here that knows how to twist these dials the right way.
They got a first-class situation set up here. I'll tell you, it looks good.
It is. We're in the Murphy Center, as you know. We're not out live in the public as we have been for the past 14, 15 years, ever how long we've been doing this, and we miss being out there with our fans and getting to see them and talk to them and getting some person-to-person chatter with them.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I look forward to Monday nights because I usually brought my family in. We had the fans there, and and you could just intermingle with them, and you hang around for Kermit's show and hung around for Nick's show, and you got to talk to everybody. It was just a great situation. But we'll be back. It'll get back. We're gonna get things back to normal.
National holiday today, Martin Luther King Day. May have been overshadowed a little bit by some of the other things that have been happening, but it's we do need to always recognize that and for the contributions he made.
A man of vision.
Yeah.
And I have heard that statement over and over. And man, was he not a man of vision? And unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. And this is major. I mean, we need this right now, man. We need it right now in our country, and we need peace, and we need to come together, and we need to start working together.
And that's some of the things that he stressed.
Oh, absolutely. Just like they said, a man of vision.
Yeah.
And that's what he was.
So we're happy to be coming to you on Martin Luther King Day this evening, and we're going to be talking about our last 2 weekends, Coach. But first, you've had some problems with your coaching staff as far as them being sidelined, perhaps more so than players sometimes. But I think you said Matt was back on the job now.
He was, and thank goodness. I mean, Matt does a lot for us. Matt, Kim, and Nina have all got their responsibilities, and Eddie, of course, is our ops person. But Matt, most of his dealings are with what's going on during the game. Sidelines, inbounds. Helping me to figure out what's going on as far as changing presses and strategies and things like that. And you don't know how important they are till you don't have them. We went to Florida without Kim and Matt. We came back, and Kim was out. She didn't have COVID, and then she was able to opt out and was back on the bench with us and back at practice, and Matt had to sit out all the way through Sunday. And so, I was very, very happy for him to be back today at practice.
And if you're a coach, you want to be on the floor every time your players are out there.
Oh.
I know you had to sit out along with the rest of the team, during that period before the season when you had to quarantine it.
And it's tough. I mean, you're at home, but you got to follow the protocol, and that's what we're about: keeping our players safe, keeping our coaches safe, keeping our fans safe. And it's one of those deals we have to deal with this year. And let's hope this is the last year that we have to deal with something like that.
Let's hope so. We will take a break, and when we come back, we're going to go back to the Florida trip, which we didn't have a show last week, so we'll discuss that and get into the meat of that weekend road trip, which was pretty eventful. So if you'll stay with us, Rick Insell Live comes to you on the Blue Raider Network and Learfield IMG College.
Love getting prices that are lower than low on backyard favorites like grill-ready hamburgers and fresh-picked strawberries? Then shop at Kroger. We give you more ways to save on the fresh you love with tools like the Kroger app, where you can find personalized coupons on top of weekly sales, plus rewards like fuel points, giving you prices that are lower than the everyday low. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Let's go out west, camp at the base of a mountain, get some fresh air.
Yes, let's go camping with air conditioning.
We can be hundreds of miles away from the closest person, really live off the grid.
Love the off-the-grid part, but with Wi-Fi.
Whether you're the serious camper or occasional glamper, Ascend offers low rates and flexible terms on RV loans. You can apply online at ascend.org or any of our branch locations. RV loans from Ascend Federal Credit Union.
Put Lee Company on your team and you'll always be ahead of the game with home maintenance, improvements, and repair. Sign up for a Lee Company home maintenance plan to have your heating and air conditioning system tuned up twice a year. In addition, you'll receive a comprehensive electrical and plumbing home inspection, plus member-only discounts and priority service, all for as low as $8.25 a month. For the very best electrical, heating, air conditioning, and plumbing services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000 or visit leecompany.com.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic is proud to be the official medical group of MTSU Athletics. We all win big when we work as a team for better health. Just like MTSU's athletes and coaches, our healthcare professionals work tirelessly to make our community proud. At MMC, we really are true blue. MTSU is our hometown team, and your health is our mission. Visit mmclinic.com or call us at 615-893-4480.
What do you think of when you hear community, integrity, commitment, tradition, and partners? The folks at Sodexo know it's family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers, the people we live with, work with, share our world with, and the fans we love to serve. Sodexo is community. It's a community of more than 200 employees and nonprofit volunteers and the thousands of fans we serve at MTSU. Sodexo is a community of people who are committed to enhancing your game day experience. Sodexo, proud server of your game day concession needs and proud to serve the Blue Raiders.
What happens to your decision-making when you drink? Well, After one drink, you feel confident. A few more, and calling your ex at 1 a.m. seems like a great idea. And you're pretty sure the secret to a great taco is 4-day-old macaroni. The bottom line, drunk you doesn't make great decisions.
Jake.
So you're risking a DUI or worse if you count on him to get you home. Plan before you party. Get home safe. Paid for by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
News Radio WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And welcome back into Rick Insell Live on this Monday night. Glad to have you along with us. We'll have Chip Walters with Coach Nick McDevitt coming in at 7 o'clock to talk about the men's basketball games. Blue Raider fans, get ahead of the game with the best home services team in town for your heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, and home improvement needs. Lee Company is the team to call, 867-1000, or online at leecompany.com. And Coach, a couple of weeks ago on a Thursday, you got set to go to the airport to fly into Fort Lauderdale and then on to Miami for the FIU trip. And right away, as we mentioned before the break, you left without two of your coaches, and it didn't get much better from that point on as far as personnel was concerned.
Well, am I on?
Yes.
You know, and we had to go on. I mean, we're trying to get those 13 games in, and we had to go on. We left Matt and Kim at home. We thought maybe Kim might be able to fly in, and Kim did not have any symptoms, nor did she have COVID, and she had tested negative, but she had been around someone that had checked positive but came back with a negative. So it's just one of those situations.
Not taking any chances.
We thought that we might be able to fly her down, and of course Chris and Diane was doing everything possible to see that if she got approved that she could get down there, and it finally got to the point where we saw that she wasn't going to be able to make it. So I thought, you know, Nina did a great job, Eddie Sanders did a great job, Darvin Gill did a great job. We even had to go without one of our main managers. Rhett was our mainstay, and we had to put a little more on Rachel, and she did a good job, and we took another manager with us that had never been on a trip before, so it was kind of tough on him to learn what to do on the go. But we made it. You know, I've been in this business for like 46 years, and sometimes you just got to adjust on the run. That's what we had to do.
Yeah,
I was real proud of our players because they chipped in too. They knew, you know, how crucial this trip was, and they made everything simple and came focused, ready to play.
Well, the team obviously was ready to play. They came out, took a lead in the first quarter of that Friday night game over FIU, but then FIU came back in the second quarter, and they had a good second quarter and built up a lead at halftime. So you had to come from behind in the second half.
I think at one time we might have been down 14 points in that game. I'm not for sure, but I think I'm right on that. We knew that FIU was good. They had gone into ODU and won 2 games, and you just don't do that, and they did. And they were picked last in the conference, so we knew going down. We had a great scout on them, and probably saved us. That is what saved us. Nina had that scout. Thank goodness she was able to take the scout with her, and she was able to go. And the kids, she was able to take it to the practice floor, and we were able to get through our players, and we came out. And, again, this is one of those situations I was very proud of our team because we got ahead, we got down, we got back tied up. We hung in there to the end, and then with the last minute or minute and a half, minute and 30 seconds, I think, we made some plays, and we were able to hang on and win the game, and that was a big, big win for us on that Friday night.
Yeah, Anastasia had a great third quarter when you were coming back to close the gap, and then Aislinn chipped in that fourth quarter, and she had a good fourth quarter, and between the two, you got the job done.
Well, you know, our team is right now we're playing 5 or 6 young ladies, but those 5 that we play, they're all pretty good. Annie and Ace has got what they do. Courtney and Alexis, they know what they do. I mean, really, we're playing 5 guards is what we're doing. And then Deja Cage does her thing. and they were all able to hit some timely shots. Andy had a great third quarter in that game, and Ace had a great fourth quarter. But there were some timely shots that was hit all through that game. We've looked back at that film several times, and those timely shots that we got were very important at that time, at that point in the game.
So the Raiders win by a score of 69-65. Each team had a lead in the fourth quarter. That shows you how nip and tuck that game was. So you go into Saturday's game and with a chance to sweep the FIU team for the weekend, and it's an entirely different kind of ball game.
Well, we knew they were going. They knew a little bit about us. We knew a little bit about them. And then that morning we had a young lady that got sick. So we did not take any chances. We did not take two of our players they stayed at the hotel. We ended up renting two separate cars, and two of our coaches, or one of our coaches and our trainer, which had COVID, were able to drive them back to Murfreesboro. We were able to take the rest of the team, me and Nina and Eddie, back. Well, Eddie was one of them that drove back. We were able to, Nina and myself was able to get the team back in here. But the game itself was not like the night before, because we came out
sluggish in the first quarter.
Really, we just kind of testing them out and them testing us out. And then all of a sudden we went on a 29-17 run there in the second quarter and got a little separation at halftime.
12-point lead at halftime, but then here comes that third quarter, and they come storming back.
We knew that they were going to make a run, and they came back. They outscored us 32-21, and I believe it was a 1-point game in favor of us, wasn't it, going into the fourth quarter?
63-62.
And then Courtney Whitson just lit them up, just absolutely lit them up. I mean, I think she hit 5 threes or maybe 5 threes in the fourth quarter. And, Deja Cage hit a big three. They were having to stop Ace and Annie from penetrating. And then Alex was helping handle getting the ball down the floor. And it was just one of those. Amanda Whittington came in off the bench and hit 2 threes, I think, for us.
Yep.
And for the night, I think we hit 16 threes. 16
threes, one shy of the 17 you hit against Troy.
If we hit 16 threes, chances are we're going to win, Dick. And that's ended up what happened. And
so after a 13-13 first quarter, it ended up 99-89.
Well, that's the type of team we have. We're just when we get on a roll. And I've said this before, we've got to play better defense. We've got to do a better job on the defensive end. We're not doing a good job right now. We're doing an adequate job, and an adequate job is not going to win championships. There's a lot of teams out there that do adequate jobs. We've got to start being a better defensive basketball team.
Okay, so the Raiders improved to 4-0 in the conference with that win, and they drop FIU, which had won 2 games on the road the previous weekend. They drop to 2-2. And we'll get ready to go into a homestand against Southern Mississippi.
Now, I will say this. You go fast forward, Dick. FIU and FAU played. And our fans have been watching the games. We were trying to figure out how that series was going to come out, because both teams are very good.
Yeah.
They're very good. And they split.
I think each team won at home.
Yeah, they split. And so that just shows you that how big 2 wins that was down at FIU.
Okay, we'll take a break, and we'll be back as Rick Insell Live will continue on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield, IMG College.
With COVID cases on the rise, student and faculty safety is more important than ever. RJ Young provides zero-contact temperature kiosks to scan temperatures of every visitor into a campus building. Paired with a database accessed through a QR code, you can monitor and log critical information for tracing needs. To provide COVID protection on your campus, visit rjyoung.com/safety.
Tennessee Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes. Experts in bones, joints, and muscles, and with more than 60 specialists in locations across Middle Tennessee, TOA has a playbook to get you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit us at TOA.com or give us a call at 855-NEED-TOA. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, or TOA, the official team doctors for Blue Raider Athletics.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing, update your information, and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
3, 2, 1, Happy New Game!
Now you can enjoy the new year with more games, more chances to win, and even more fun from the Tennessee Lottery. And you can play any way you like. Play quick and win big with instant games. Or try drawing-style games that pack a big money punch. So don't drop the ball. Make a resolution to put a little more cash and a whole lot of fun in your pocket today with the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company. For 80 years, Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name in heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. We provide 24/7 assistance by calling 1-888-MY-ROSCOE. Turn to the experts
We've got a little
at Carrier
recorded
and
interview we've
Roscoe
got to do
Brown.
first.
People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown.
RoscoeBrown.com.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Dr. Mark Hardison with Middle Tennessee Oral and Implant Surgery. We are so proud to be able to serve the Blue Raider teams and their families when they need wisdom teeth removed, dental implants, or other specialty oral care. Our mission is to provide health care as it should be, providing compassion, availability, and excellence to every one of our patients. We deeply appreciate the support of your business as we join in supporting our team. Let's go Blue!
News Radio WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Welcome back into Rick Insell Live for this Monday night. And we would like to recognize one of our participating sponsors. That would be Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They specialize in business and personal accounting and tax services. Grannis & Associates, their phone number is 895-1040. You can go online at www.gpas.com. And, of course, our primary sponsor for the show is the Ascend Federal Credit Union. And right now, Chip Walters has some words from them as he'll be talking with Amy Wallen. We'll go to that now.
We'd like to welcome Amy Wallen, Memorial Boulevard Branch Manager at Ascend Federal Credit Union. Ascend is the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics and proud supporter of the Blue Raider Athletic Association. Amy, it's good to see you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to join you this evening.
Well, what can you tell our listeners about Ascend Federal Credit Union Scholarship?
For the 19th consecutive year, Ascend will be helping members continue their education. We'll award $1,000 non-reoccurring scholarships to 6 traditional and 6 non-traditional students. The deadline to apply for the Ascend Scholarship is March 2nd, 2021. But if the students apply by February 10th, they could be taking home our early bird prize. To find out what that is, plus official rules, eligibility requirements, and to apply for the scholarship, they can visit ascend.org/scholarships.
Well, that's awesome. You said this is the 19th year that Ascend has offered the scholarship. How much has the credit union given away in scholarship money in the last 18 years?
We've given more than $190,000 away in scholarships.
Wow. Nearly $200,000 in scholarships in the last 18 years. That's incredible. Why do you guys do this?
We understand the importance of education, and we want to help our members succeed.
Well, tell us again where people can go to learn more about the Ascend Scholarship and apply.
Just visit ascend.org/scholarships, and the deadline is March 2nd, 2021.
Thanks, Chip, and thanks to Amy Wallen. And we do treasure our association with the Ascend Federal Credit Union. They've been with us a long time.
Absolutely. Step up and do what they need to do, and we really appreciate them. And they're everywhere. You know, there's one in Tullahoma, one in Shelbyville, Murfreesboro. So, you know, we got a lot of fans in all those places.
This last weekend, Southern Mississippi came to town. They had kind of a rough start on their season with some early games being canceled, as every team had. But I think they were the last team to actually play a game this season. They did get their conference underway, but they came in here 0-4, and Coach McNellis always puts a very tough, athletic team on the floor that'll get after you.
Well, it was prayers go out to Joy Lee. I mean, she was just diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and you got to respect her. I mean, good gracious alive, that's a long trip on a bus. She came here. She showed up for practice, I think, and then showed up right at game time and coached her team. That's what I would do, and coached her team, and they always play hard. They've always given us problems, and I expected them to come in and really get after us, and they did. I thought that was a game which we set another record that night. We had 2 turnovers, and I don't know that I've ever, maybe once in high school, that had a team that maybe had 1 or 2 turnovers.
And one of those was a 30-second shot clock violation late in the game.
Yeah. So we did what we had to do. We took care of the basketball. We hit, we hit 7 out of 26 threes, which is not real good, but we did hit 23 out of 29 free throws. We got to the line, and we took care of that. We shared the ball. If you look, we had 3 people in double figures, I think. Deja had 15, Aislinn had 10, Anastasia 26, Courtney had 9, I believe.
And Ace had a double-double.
Right. And then you had Alexis sitting there with 6. Jada had 4, and then Amanda Whittington came in and hit 2 threes. So we scored, 78 points, and that's right on our average, and didn't turn the ball over, and just did a pretty good job. I wasn't real happy with our intensity and our energy that night. Even though we won the game, going into the next day, I had a little reservations about our intensity and about our emotions. I just didn't feel like we did as good there as we had done in our previous games.
Yeah, I caught that on your post-game interview we did after the game, and unfortunately that was kind of a portent of things to come, which we'll talk about. We'll take a break and be back, talk about that second game of the Southern Miss series coming up as Rick Insell Live continues on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield, IMG College.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes. Experts in bones, joints, and muscles, and with more than 60 specialists in locations across Middle Tennessee, TOA has a playbook to get you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit us at TOA.com or give us a call at 855-NEED-TOA. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, or TOA, the official team doctors for Blue Raider Athletics.
We welcome you now to Skateboard Vert. On the deck, it's the Extreme One, Tristan Jaden, dropping in, and whoa, no way!
Did he just frontside, backside that?
He did, Brooks. He hit the front of that Extreme Cash instant game, flipped it, scratched the back, and this crowd is loving it.
We've seen extreme tricks before, Ryder, but I don't know how you top this. I really don't.
Take your fun to the extreme with Extreme Cash Games, only from the Tennessee Lottery.
Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Build a safer campus with security cameras by RJ Young. Our security cameras are limitlessly smart, scalable, and simple to use. Schools are choosing our security systems as they can be monitored from anywhere and give instant alerts. With COVID cases on the rise, the camera's environmental sensors conduct heat mapping to monitor high-traffic areas so you know where to sanitize often. To provide protection to your campus, visit rjyoung.com/safety.
Did you realize that over 85% of Americans own a cell phone, but only 40% own an individual life insurance policy? That leaves way too many families who'll be unprotected if they suddenly lose a parent. That's why we'd also like to point out that 100% of State Farm agents offer life insurance. So if you're at the place where procrastination just met motivation, use that cell phone of yours and call me, State Farm agent Deb Insell, at 931-684-5274.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company. For 80 years, Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name in heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. We provide 24/7 assistance by calling 1-888-MY-ROSCOE. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown.
RoscoeBrown.com.
Any way you slice it, your game day won't be complete without soft, delicious bunny bread and bunny buns, an official corporate partner of Blue Raider Athletics. Whether you're watching with friends, cheering in the stands, or tuning in at home, count on Bunny to help block your hunger and give you energy. So pick up some bunny buns and bunny bread today. It's sure to be a slam dunk.
That's what I said. Bunny bread.
News Radio WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And welcome back into Rick Insell Live for this Monday afternoon. At Tri-Green Equipment, they know the value of teamwork. We talk a lot about that with Coach. They have the tractor packages with the implements you need. Score a new John Deere tractor package at a comfortable low monthly payment and get back to what really matters, MTSU basketball. Get started online at trygreen.com. Tri-Green Equipment is a proud partner of MTSU Athletics. And, Coach, we saved this Saturday game for after the break, and it was a game where we got off to a pretty good start.
Well, we did, but we just didn't. If you just look at the whole game, at the game as a whole, we didn't do anything right. I mean, as a game as a whole, we didn't take care. We didn't rebound the basketball. We didn't share the ball. We didn't pass the ball well. We didn't play good defense. We didn't run our inbounds good. We didn't run our sidelines good. We didn't initiate our offenses at a time where we could get something out of them. We were forcing shots. There was not any area that I was really pleased with what we did. And if you look even on the bench, I was late getting some of the calls in. I was late getting some of the inbounds in. So I didn't feel like I did as good a job as I should. Again, you go back and not making excuses. And then you go to Southern Miss, and they were playing with a lot of emotion. They were playing for their coach. And, she had some kin folks up here in the crowd, and you got to tip your hat to them. They hit shots down the stretch when they needed to. They made defensive plays when they needed to. And we didn't. And I thought that, well, like I said, I thought the emotion maybe caught up with us. Maybe that's the first time this year, and we played a tough schedule. You go back to where we had Belmont and Vanderbilt and VCU, and I forget who else.
TCU.
TCU. VCU and ECU, all of them on the line, and we go play TCU, and we played Belmont and TCU, and who else did we play there that we lost to? I have to go back on that and look, but in all of those games we played to the buzzer. We had a chance to the buzzer.
Yeah.
And then we won those 6 games in a row, and we were behind in 3 or 4 of those games. So I caught myself thinking that we're going to come back, we're going to take care of this, and we didn't.
Yeah.
And the first time that I kind of seen us as a team self-destruct.
Yeah, maybe it came a little too easy. We got a 13-point lead in the second quarter, and that on the heels of a 20-point win the night before, and maybe the focus just wasn't there.
If there ever was a wake-up call needed, maybe we got it. But you don't point. You have a lot of people pointing fingers when you lose the ball game.
Oh yeah.
And the bottom line is we have to look in the mirror. It's us. I mean, we got a good team. We've already proved we got a good team. We got great shooters. We got kids that play with a lot of passion. We got coaches that are very much in sync with what's going on. We got so much more to be thankful for, and we got to play. There were teams that didn't get to play this weekend because of the COVID situation. We're sitting there now with 11 games. We got 2 more to take care of. That will qualify us to get into the tournaments. And but we just, I went home and was having a pity party, and I wasn't. The only one I talked to was Deb, and she enlightened me on that idea that we got a lot more to be thankful. Our kids came out of it healthy, maybe not healthy mentally, because they like to win like I like to win, right. But they came out of it healthy, and we're not having any COVID issues right now, knock on wood. But and Deb was right, Deb was right. We need to be thankful for what we got, that we got a good team, and we got a great fan base. Even though our fans are not here, I know they're out there watching and listening, and I know they're involved and intact with what's going on here.
Yeah, I look every morning at the women's basketball scores from the night before, as I'm sure you do, and every morning you look down at the bottom of the score list, and there are 12, 15, 16 games postponed.
Oh yeah,
and we have really been fortunate. In fact, I think Conference USA has only had 2 games postponed since the conference season started, and that was Western and Charlotte, I believe, early.
Well, and you got to look back at the way that we're handling it. Dr. McPhee, Chris, across campus, Dr. Clark, Dr. Patel. We're not taking any chances. We want to get this season in. We want to be able to play in our conference tournament, chance to play in the NCAA tournament. And if we're going to do that, we got to take care of. We got to follow protocol. I know we had a meeting with Chris. All the head coaches had a meeting with Chris with their teams last week, and he wants us to have our season too. But we don't need to be going to Kroger's without a mask on. We don't need to be coming in the gym without our mask on. We don't need to be sitting on the bench without our mask on. We don't need to be seen on TV without our mask on. And I was guilty of some of that. At the TCU game, I had my mask on for a time or two talking to our players. And, I've been here 16 years, and Chris is a good friend of mine, and he's my boss. But I got called in on that. So you want to finish the season? Yes, sir. Well, you need to keep your mask on because this is what we're going to follow this protocol. And we all have to do that to make sure that we get these seasons in. If you look what's about to take place, we're going to have a volleyball season, a soccer season, a baseball season, track season, men's basketball, women's basketball, baseball, softball, and then a spring football.
A lot coming up.
All your student athletes are right here on this campus, and we all have to be working together because many of them lives are intermixed with each other, and they're seeing each other coming and going to classes and in their dorm rooms and in their off-campus apartments and things. So we got to be careful, and we got to take care of each other.
Well said. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more Rick Insell Live after this on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield, IMG College.
What do you think of when you hear community, integrity, commitment, tradition, and partners? The folks at Sodexo know it's family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers, the people we live with, work with, share our world with, and the fans we love to serve. Sodexo is community. It's a community of more than 200 employees and nonprofit volunteers and the thousands of fans we serve at MTSU. Sodexo is a community of people who are committed to enhancing your game day experience. Sodexo, proud server of your game day concession needs and proud to serve the Blue Raiders.
What happens to your decision-making when you drink? Well, after one drink, you feel confident. A few more, and calling your ex at 1 a.m. seems like a great idea. And you're pretty sure the secret to a great taco is 4-day-old macaroni. The bottom line, drunk you doesn't make great decisions. So you're risking a DUI or worse if you count on him to get you home. Plan before you party. Get home safe. Paid for by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic is proud to be the official medical group of MTSU Athletics. We all win big when we work as a team for better health. Just like MTSU's athletes and coaches, our healthcare professionals work tirelessly to make our community proud. At MMC, we really are true blue. MTSU is our hometown team, and your health is our mission. Visit mmclinic.com or call us at 615-893-4480.
She hit the prices that are lower than low on backyard favorites like grill-ready hamburgers and fresh-picked strawberries? Then shop at Kroger. We give you more ways to save on the fresh you love with tools like the Kroger app, where you can find personalized coupons on top of weekly sales. Plus, rewards like fuel points, giving you prices that are lower than the everyday low. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Congratulations to Ascend Federal Credit Union for being voted Best Credit Union and Best Bank by readers of the Murfreesboro Post. Ascend, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics, serving MTSU fans with 6 Rutherford County branches, convenient ATMs, online banking, a mobile app, and 24/7 support by phone. Visit ascend.org to learn more about Ascend's MTSU debit card and annual scholarship. Bank where Blue Raiders belong. Ascend is federally insured by NCUA.
Murfreesboro, you can count on an award-winning service team for all your home maintenance and improvement needs. Lee Company, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, recognized by Angie's List as a super service provider since 2008, is ready to assist with all your home maintenance needs. Heating and air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, home improvement, and more. Experience the convenience of calling one phone number for all your home maintenance and improvement needs. Call Lee Company today at 615-867-1000 or visit leecompany.com.
News Radio WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Welcome back into Rick Insell Live for this Monday night. And a couple of 3 of our fine people we'd like to acknowledge. The DNJ, Rutherford County's first source for news, sports, and much more. They bring you Coach Insell's pregame comments before every radio broadcast. Of course, Ascend, who is our primary sponsor, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics, and Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates, the #1 producing exit realty office in the United States. They bring you our post-game show on radio after every game. And also, our good friends at the Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, proud to order official orthopedic coverage to Middle Tennessee State University athletes. And Chip Walters has a little bit more on that as he talks with Dr. Robert Thompson.
Welcome back in, and we're trying to keep you in the game from TOA, Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, and Dr. Robert Thompson joins us. And Dr. Thompson, Achilles tendonitis, we were talking about the ankle a few weeks ago. Now we're going to go kind of right to the back side of the foot. What is Achilles tendonitis, and what is the treatment for it?
Sure. So Achilles tendonitis is just simply inflammation of the Achilles tendon. And so it really depends on the area of the tendon. It can be higher up where the muscle turns into tendon. It can be right in the mid portion called the watershed area. Probably most commonly it's where the Achilles tendon attaches directly to the back of the bone, and it's simply inflammation of that tendon itself.
And that can be caused by?
Usually a combination of life. Overuse, sometimes shoes can irritate it if you're trying to increase your activity as well, but often a tight Achilles can lead to some other increasing frequency of that as well.
Well, when you have pain, obviously you want to get rid of pain. So if you're at home and you have that pain in those areas, what can you do immediately before consulting a physician?
Sure. You can make sure there's nothing else more concerning just on your own, but using medications like anti-inflammatories such as ibuprofen or naproxen as well, which are available over the counter. And then just trying to maybe figure out if there's one particular activity that you're doing, giving your body a little bit of time to rest. And if it doesn't respond by doing those common, easy options, then giving us a call.
You know, we all feel like we've got to keep going all the time, and sometimes it's hard to rest, but sometimes that is some of the best medicine you can get.
It is. You know, we view pain as something that actually is an alert to let you know when something is going on that needs to be addressed. And so making sure you pay attention to your body as well is something that will give you some good insight about whether or not you can just let it continue to improve on its own or whether or not you need to be seen.
All right. Well, Dr. Thompson, thanks for the good info today.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, keeping you in the game.
All right. Thanks, Chip. Thanks to Dr. Thompson for those wise words that we can all take to heart. Speaking of some wise words, we've got some wise questions that have come in, Coach, and this is from Jennifer McKnight, talking about the fourth quarter of the game. Was the difference there more an indication of their defensive changes, or were there other factors such as our players being tired, maybe getting in their heads or something like that?
No, I think it was a little bit of both. When I say that, I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that we didn't take care of the basketball, and that's our fault. And then I think they were playing on a lot of emotion. So you add that along with what we were doing. You know, they played a lot of players, but their main players played about the same amount of minutes as our players did. So, you know, we knew coming in we're going to have to overcome the fact that, you know, we're going to be tired the next day. And right now we're playing around, you know, 6, 7 players, and, you know, we may have to change our strategy a little bit. I thought we got some positives the other night out of Jada and Susha. We might see them a little bit more this weekend. And Rella, of course, they said she was back this morning, so we'll see how healthy she is, so she could give us a few minutes there. So, you know, that I think another question you might have is that playing Friday, Saturday, is that tough? Absolutely. I mean, the kids really don't have a chance for their body to get it back together before we're back on the court shooting and running and playing.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to kind of get in a rhythm for this type of schedule? Now we're 3 weeks into the season.
Well, I thought that I was in a rhythm till Southern Miss put something down in the middle of it, took that rhythm away from us. So we'll go back in, and we won't change a whole lot in what we've been doing this week. But we will have to look at some things, and that's what we're doing now. That's what we did this morning as a coaching staff, and that's what we'll continue to do the rest of this week leading into the Western Series.
More of a comment than a question, but Don and Hannah Witherspoon just commented that our athletic department is a model for what we should all be doing. Great job.
Well, that's the kind of what I was trying to get across a minute ago, and when I said what I said, because the pressure that Diane and Chris have to endure with all of our athletes and our coaches is just unbelievable. And there's a lot of stress. You know, a lot of stress on your coaches and your coaching staff, stress on your players, and stress on your administration. You know, it's just a tough situation, and we all got to get through this together. And hopefully, you know, in the next 3 or 4 months, and there won't be as much pressure, but we won't be playing 4 months from now either.
Right.
But we'll have to start getting ready for next year.
And another question about playing in front of empty seats, no fans.
Hate it with a passion. You know, I've never done that my whole career. You know, at Shelbyville, we had the fans over there for a 6:30 ball game. The gym was packed at 5:30, and that wouldn't matter who we were playing. And then when I came here, the fans, after the first year, we still led the conference in attendance. But after the first year, the first game of my second year, we had 11,000 people in the gym watching the Maryland game. And then I think our fan base began to get invested in the Lady Raider basketball and the schedule that we were going to play. And we've led the Sun Belt and also Conference USA for every year that I've been here for the last 15 years.
And speaking of that, if fans want to go to Bowling Green this weekend, they are selling tickets up there, and you need to get them ahead of time. I think.
Have you heard that, Dick?
Yes, that was on one of a release this morning from our athletic department.
So that may be the first chance that our fans get in to see us live. It's right there. But yeah, we'd love to have a full house at Bowling Green. I'll promise you, they wouldn't like that, but I would like that. I think our players would love that. We just hadn't had a chance. We play in front of our parents and our family. And to give you another idea, you know, our parents and our families, coaches' families, have got to do a better job making sure we keep our mask up. I know I got some sons that I love very much, but they're a little bit bullheaded at times and want to slide that mask down. Well, if you want to continue to come, you need to keep it up, Tom. So not to mention any names, but anyway, we've got to do it. We got to do it, and we're doing a better job. We're doing a better job, but we got to get through this thing.
Okay, we'll take our final break. Be back to wrap it up with Coach Insell after this on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield IMG College.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Dr. Mark Hardison with Middle Tennessee Oral and Implant Surgery. We are so proud to be able to serve the Blue Raider teams and their families when they need wisdom teeth removed, dental implants, or other specialty oral care. Our mission is to provide health care as it should be, providing compassion, availability, and excellence to every one of our patients. We deeply appreciate the support of your business as we join in supporting our team. Let's go Blue!
Make a fast break for Bunny Bread, proud supporter of the Blue Raiders. With its soft, fresh taste you know and love, Bunny Bread and Bunny Buns are fan favorites for all ages. Bunny is the perfect three-pointer with the taste you want, the nutrition you need, and energy to go. So score big with Bunny Bread and Bunny Buns today and cheer the Blue Raiders on to victory.
That's what I said. Bunny Bread.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing, update your information, and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
The DoubleTree by Hilton Murfreesboro is the perfect place for your next close-to-home getaway for a change of pace or to plan your next event for 2021. Located just off I-24, 30 miles south of Nashville, and situated only minutes from Middle Tennessee State University. With Hilton's clean stay and event-ready initiatives in place, you can rest assured they're taking every precaution for you to have a safe and enjoyable stay. We'll make your stay an unforgettable experience. Don't forget the cookie.
News Radio WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And welcome back in for the final time to Rick Insell Live for this Monday night. We'd like to thank our friends at Party Fowl for providing the meals for tonight's show. Nashville hot chicken, local brews, craft cocktails, great food, great drinks, great music. Party Fowl. They're out there on Broad Street. Why don't you go by and pay them a visit?
Absolutely.
You've already sampled some of their ware tonight, Coach.
No, I hadn't. You know, Deb's cooking dinner for me.
I wasn't supposed to say that. I am so sorry.
You'll mess up a good thing. That's what you're going to do, Dick.
Well, Western Kentucky. What can you say about that series? It's been spotlighted ever since you've been here. Been a great rivalry. We go back up there this weekend, a little bit different format, 2 games up there back-to-back. You're going to have to spend the night, Coach.
Well, we are, and this will be the first time that I've spent any money in Bowling Green. But we got to be thinking about our players and how to keep them away from everybody. And, that's the best situation for us there. It's not about me; it's about them. And so they've got a good team. Greg does a great job, and he's took right over and has had some good teams. And, he started out a little rough, and then he's won. He got beat the other night at Marshall by 30-something and came back and won the next game, I think, by 9. So, they're going to be competitive.
That was one of those home-and-home series.
Yeah.
They played Thursday night and then skipped Friday and Saturday, I guess because of the great distance between the two cities.
I think Marshall and them, they're not but about, 4 hours maybe? But what they did, I think they had the men's games in between those, had a Friday-Saturday game for the men's game. And so I think that's what they did. Thursday, Sunday, and the men's was in between.
So Marshall won at home, and then Western came back Sunday and won at home.
And won at home. So they're going to be competitive. They shoot the ball extremely well. They've got their big girl back inside now, and she's one of the better, if not the best girl in the conference at the post position, her and the kid out of Rice. And so, we have already started. We got a plan in action, and we started working on it today, Matt and Kim and Nina. And so all we'll do is go up there and we'll throw the Lady Raiders at them. And I'm pretty confident in our basketball team right now.
And we'll have some fans up there, as we said before the break. They are allowing a limited number of tickets to be sold for that game. So you can either contact our athletic department, the athletic department at Western. You can go online to goblueraiders.com and find out if you're interested in making that trip.
Absolutely.
And it'd be great to have some people back there in the stands behind us like we always have when we go up there.
Well, we usually take it. There's been times we've had more people there than Western. Now, they have a good fan base, too.
Yes.
But there have been times that we went in there with just about as many as they've had.
Looking at some scores from the past weekend, Coach, anything, we keep an eye on Rice because of how good they were last year, and apparently they're still good this year.
Well, you got Rice has got the big kid. She's a difference maker. When you're 6'9", you can stand in the lane. You're not going to lay the ball against the glass. So you're going to have to knock down shots. And then you're going to have to keep her off the block because she's got a great touch, and that's just something that you've got. We don't have to play Rice right now. We don't have to play them in a tournament. But there's so many good teams in our conference. I think Charlotte is a pretty good basketball team. I think ODU's got themselves in a hole, but I think they've got a good basketball team. La Tech right now is 4-2. I said UTEP is going to be competitive, and they are.
Or North Texas, talking about teams that have been surprising this year. They have come out of the chute strong.
Well, they were pretty good last year, Dick. If you'll remember, Lady Raiders, we beat them twice. But they were a pretty good basketball team. They got everybody back and got another young lady or two come in, I think a freshman and another transfer. And so that added to their depth. So, they're going to be a factor. So there's a lot of – I think FIU and FAU is going to end up being factors. Believe me, they play in a lot better basketball right now than they did all of last year.
Right now, FIU is right behind us in the standings. They're 4-3. And
we're 4-1, aren't we? Or what are we?
5-1.
5-1.
Right.
So, I'm satisfied. I wish we were 6-0, but we've got to beat some of these people on the road to win championships.
Now, the week of preparation against Western Kentucky, as you say, we've kind of been following them all along, but they'll be playing a little bit different with that big post player back in the lineup.
They will, and they had some pretty good players. That Creech guard was good. You had a couple of perimeter players. I think one of them might be playing in the pros now, and they had a pretty good basketball team. We had to score 108 points last year to beat them here. We scored 108, and they scored 103. So, I don't expect anything any different. We may have to score 100 points down there 2 nights in a row.
You would take that though, given the way we played last year in that double overtime game here.
I would take a 1-0 over Western Kentucky right now, and be happy. Not because that I don't want to play, but because it's Western.
So again,
anything that we can do to antagonize them, hey, I'm all for it. I like Greg. His son and Charlie, which is Tom, my grandson, they got together down in Florida, not with my blessings though, but they got together and became good friends. And of course, that Greg's wife and Deb and the kids, they kind of brought soothe the feelings a little bit.
Okay, that's going to just about wrap it up for this edition of Rick Insell Live. Thanks so much for joining us, for the Ascend Federal Credit Union for being our sponsor. Chip Walter standing by with Coach Nick McDevitt. That'll be coming up in just a couple of minutes on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield IMG College.
Go Blue.